But first, I want us to talk about the BECE. It's the final paper today. Our young brothers and sisters are writing social studies. So we're going to Kumasi to the KNUST Junior High School, where my colleague Nanaya Juma is on standby to give us a live report. Nanaya, good morning. What can you tell us?
Good morning, Mama V. It's the 5th day of the Basic Education Certificate examination. Throughout the 5 days, these young ones have written 7 papers. Today is the final day. They do social studies today, and with social studies, they make 8 papers. Officially, the examination ends today. For want of time, I would want to interact with some of the students who want to get back to their books and prepare for the final paper. So after that, I'll describe the environment, look at the coronavirus precautions in place to ensure the safety of these students. So let me talk to the first one. She's coming from Paradise Earth Educational Complex, and I would want to know how the examination has been so far. 7 papers gone. How has it been?
It's been normal. Throughout the papers, it's been normal. For my studies, it's normal.
When you say normal, what are you talking about? And what exactly do you mean? Which of the papers was difficult for you to go through? Which one will you say it was the easiest among the papers that you wrote?
Oh, they were all normal, like I said. They were all normal. Okay.
So are you confident of a pass? Say a 7 A's, a 6 A's or something?
Yeah, I'm confident.
So there are more students here, and they are all going to tell me their experience so far. Your first time writing an examination of this nature, how has it been?
Oh, to me, my preparation towards this exam, it has been normal and great. To me, I had no difficulties in none of the papers I wrote. Yeah. So
maths and science, mostly they are the challenge. They are the papers most people find very difficult to work on. Now, you've done those papers. How were they?
Actually, when I was told about how difficult it was, when the papers came and I going through and everything was normal, and what I would say is easy. It was easy to me. Okay.
So let me talk to this one from Jesus Grace Academy. Tell me, 5 days so far, have your expectations been met?
Yes. Of course, as I said the other time, I said we have been preparing effectively. So when it came, it was good, yes, I can say. But let's wait for the results and let's check if everything is good. Let's wait for the results, yes.
So what are we talking about here? Are we talking about A's and B's or what?
Oh, as for me, we are talking about A's. Because the exam, we were able to do it by God's grace. All that our teachers taught us, we were able to do it. And I think it's cool, yeah.
We know about coronavirus, which is a pandemic that's causing havoc in some countries. How well have you been able to keep yourself in relation to these safety protocols?
Okay, as for me, I've been taking those safety protocols, yeah, because I always wash my hands, and as for my sanitizer, it's always with me whenever I go, yeah.
Thank you very much. I wish you all the best. Let me talk to this final one. 5 days. How has it been? 7 papers, social studies today.
Oh, everything's been smooth lately. Per my calculations and observations of how the exams went, everything is okay.
I know that, and I've been here a couple of times, and after the exams, you keep talking about the grades you make, and sometimes I hear you calculating the grades. Can you tell me what you expect from the exams?
Oh, I expect good grades. I expect good grades because I studied and I know I did well per what I wrote and per the marking scheme of the paper. I know I'll do well.
Thank you very much. So in relation to COVID-19 protocol, little has changed since the first day they started. On the first day, the students their temperatures were taken at the entrance of this school. But today it's different. According to invigilators and those in charge of this center, they tell me due to the number of students, this particular campus has 6 different examination centers, and the schools, each center has at least 4 schools, so there are lots of schools here. So if they say they are going to check the temperature of each student, it will waste a lot of time, and probably it might eat into the time for the examination. But for Veronica buckets, if you can see in your shot, there are a number of them on the campus, and almost every block where the examination is being written has its own Veronica bucket, and the invigilators and teachers in charge of these students are also making sure that each and every student wears his or her nose mask. It's a compulsory feature for almost all of the students here. So you cannot get entry into this premises without the nose mask, and it's one of the things that they believe that when they ensure here in this center, it will keep the students safe and also help in the smooth running of this examination. So not much has changed from the first day. Today, the only thing I'm seeing is that students are more confident than the first day I came here. They're excited that today they will bring the examination to an end.
All right, Nanaya Juma reporting live from the KNUST Junior High School on the final day of the basic examination, the BECE, and our students are writing social studies today. In a little bit, we will go to Manuel Kranting live from the Kotobabi cluster of schools, where he's also given us a live report. Let's go back to our roving man, Manuel Kranting, back onto the BECE conversation on the last day. Manuel is at the Kotobabi cluster of schools. Manuel, what kind of mood is there? Students are obviously happy that they're writing their final paper today.
Center has quite a number of schools. I'm told about 9 different schools are writing the exams here. It's been 5 days, and one after the other, they've taken each of the papers from their core subjects to their electives. And, you know, as you are ending, like they say, last days are dangerous. It's a bit, you know, nervous, a bit of nervousness for the students and the candidates who are sitting the exams. This one, I'm trying to, you know, test and gauge their mood ahead of the final set of papers this morning, and then again what their own impressions have been since the exams began. I think I have a few of the students here. I could just draw a bit closer. Good morning, congratulations.
Thank you.
How does it feel? I mean, your very first external examinations, all ladies, you are taking the exams. How does it feel?
We are very happy.
Did you mention your name? What's your name?
My name is Na Amanda.
Na Amanda.
Na Amanda.
Okay. So how have the 5 days been?
Oh, by God's grace as well. We thank God for how far He has brought us.
You thank God for how far, but you wrote English language and RME on the first day. They were challenging?
Now, what we learned and what our teachers taught us, that's what came in. So we thank God. Okay. It was cool. So
the papers were cool?
Yeah.
Absolutely cool. And you don't think that you have any challenges?
We've done our own parts. So
you go to Kotobabi 3 and you go to Al Falah Islamic School. Tell me your name. How have the 5 papers, the 5 days of examinations been for you?
It was cool. We wrote what our teachers taught us. We behaved well. Our invigilators told us we should comport ourselves. We did it, and we wrote it, yeah.
And you wrote it. You say, as for the examination, maybe some of you can come here so that we can face the camera properly. Just maybe 2 of you here and 2 of you there. Great. They say examination favors you might have written whatever you think that is right, but the results come and it's not what you're expecting. What you expect?
Yes, that's what teachers told us. They told us to learn. We learned, but we wrote it, and they told us maybe those who mark it, they are the problem. And our invigilators also told us to comport ourselves. We did it, and we could write it, and we have gotten to the last day of our exam, so we are waiting to see what will happen.
What papers are you writing today?
We are writing social studies.
Just social studies today?
Yes.
How does it feel? I mean, you're not tensed at all? You're not tense at all?
No.
You are tense?
Yes.
What's making you tense anyway?
No, we've not seen the papers yet, so what we learn, we don't know if that's what will come or not. So we are waiting to see what we will write.
But interestingly, you say you are not tensed at all. What's giving you so much confidence?
Because I've learned it.
You've learned it?
Yeah, I've learned it. So I don't take whether it will come or not. So I'm trying to just
Just relax ahead of the paper.
Yeah.
But what if it comes and then it's not what you expect? What are you going to do?
No.
You're going to get out of the school? You're going to get out of the exams?
No. I'm going.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to just to do it. Yeah.
Do it, yeah.
To do it. These are ladies from the Al Falah school. I've not spoken to you. They say one of them is telling me that she's really tense. The other person is not tensed. Which of them are you? Are you tense or not?
I'm not.
You're not tensed. Good. You didn't mention your name here.
Hilda Kukubo.
Hilda, you're not tensed at all.
No.
They say you go to what? K3, Kutubabi 3. And some people go to private schools, and for the private schools they do extra classes. And for those of us who went to Saito, they just brush us off. That doesn't put you off at all?
No.
Not at all?
Not at all.
So when you were coming from home, what did your mother tell you?
She said I should learn when I'm in the house, even when I'm watching TV. She said I should off the TV and learn.
They asked you to turn off the TV?
So I can compete with those in the private schools.
Oh, I see. And you think that you are up to standard to compete with those in the private schools?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
So if I ask you any question in social studies, you can answer?
Yes.
Interesting. But, I mean, COVID-19 came and some of you went home. In fact, most of you, schools were closed down for weeks and all that. How was the impact of the COVID-19 on your studies?
Because of the Joy Learning and the rest, I was able to learn some of the things.
So you're watching Joy Learning?
Yes.
Okay. You're also watching Joy Learning? Yes. Great. How useful was the Joy Learning platform to you?
It was cool. We could solve many of their questions they gave us. You get to know if you are wrong or right. And some questions too, we are used to it. So when they bring it, we know this question is like this, is like that. So we could solve it and see if we have done a mistake or not. But they have been bringing the answers back. Okay. If you solve the wrong answer, they will bring it for you to see if you are wrong or right. Okay.
And so the Joy Learning platform has helped you to prepare?
A lot. It helped me a lot.
You're also watching Joy Learning?
No, my JL.
Okay, you're
Ghana Learning Channel.
And you were, the two of you were watching Joy Learning, right? GL. Great. So Joy Learning, folks, in fact, you're getting the reaction that Joy Learning has been really impactful in preparing these candidates ahead of the final exams. Kudos to the team at Joy Learning. Let me bring a few of the private schools, the candidates from the private schools. Just draw closer here. You're from Providence School. Let me get a bit closer to you. Providence School. The name is even, giving me some Providence and assurance. How's it feeling like? 5 days writing examination. How's it feel?
It's okay. We don't really feel tense. We don't really feel tense, but those who are tense in our school, we try and encourage them that everything will be okay. It's just it's something normal, but you have to learn. If you learn, then you have the assurance of passing. That's what we tell those who are tensed.
So if you learn, you have the assurance of passing. But, I mean, the invigilators have not been too hard on you. They say, don't do this, don't do that. Sometimes you are even sneezing and so on, and they have to come at you and all that.
The thing is, you have to comport yourself. If you don't, then they'll be hard on you. If you are comported, if you comport yourself, that's when they are cool with you.
You also have the same sentiment?
Yeah, the same. Yeah, so far, all the 4 days have been really cool. Most of the classes, during the exams, you won't hear them making noise. You see that we all comported ourselves. Because of that, the exams went really well for us. So right now it's left with 1 paper we write. So we've learned. And
are you nervous?
No, not that much.
You are nervous, but not that much. Anyways, but what would you say? Which of the papers would you say has been your most challenging, most difficult paper?
All the papers went cool for me.
All the papers were easy?
They were okay for me, but for the others, I don't know about.
What are you expecting from them? You are acing all of them?
Yes, everyone is going to pass. We have faith that everyone will pass. So far as we have learned, everyone is going to pass.
So far as you have learned, everyone is going to pass. Which one was the most difficult paper for you?
I'll say the French language, but I was even surprised that the questions were a bit easier than what I expected, so it went well.
French was the most difficult, but it was even easier than you expected. And these are the accounts from the bourgeoisie, as you would have them. Which ones were the most difficult papers for you?
I would say the Ga.
Ga. You don't speak Ga? You cannot speak Ga?
No, I'm not familiar with it.
If I ask you, can you answer?
Yes.
What would be your answer?
Acho mina Amanda.
And then yet that was the most difficult paper for you.
The GAN.
The GAN. Yes. And so were you able to write?
We tried our possible best, so.
You think you're going to make a 1? Are you sure?
When it gets there, we know what.
When it gets there, you know what. But what are you praying for?
I'll manage a 2.
You manage a 2, eh? She's going to manage a 2 in GAN. Which one was the most difficult paper for you?
GAN.
You too GAN. Why you don't have GAN teacher?
Yeah, but the understanding.
The understanding is difficult because you are not used to the language yourself. Great. So you are also expecting what? 5?
Between 1 and 2.
Between 1 and 2, it was the most difficult. Then if the most difficult papers are 1, you are getting 1 or 2 for the most difficult papers, then the easiest, which one is the easiest for you?
I'll go in for the RME.
RME was the easy. Then RME gets 0.
And that's Manuel Cransing there, engaging these students. I really like the atmosphere. It's their last paper, but they're also pretty excited about the papers that they've already written. We wish them the very best as they write their very final paper with this very first major examination in their lives.